Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Stocks to Watch. And it's an interesting day. I think tomorrow we will see a lot of bullish action. At least that is something that I was able to see with all the stocks that were setting up. So, now let's quickly first understand the stock that we discussed last Friday and what happened to them. So, Century Textiles, I think we had a discussion about this. This stock was up, I think, 8.5%. TRIL was again in an upper circuit. Kalyan Jewelers, I think we spoke about Titan. Titan also did really well. We booked profits in Titan on Friday. And Arvind Smart Spaces, K Fintech, Fortis. So all of these names played out really well. Even NH towards the end of the day, Narayana Hrudayalaya, towards the end of the day, this is probably, it touched the high of the day. And I think it is also now ready to explode. Apart from that, there was, a very muted action in all the other names. We didn't really get an entry point. Now, starting off with the watches for the 1st of April, the first name on my radar has to be Hero MotoCorp. Now, two-wheeler sales numbers have already been impressive, and we've seen what Bajaj Auto and TVS Motors have done. Both of them are relatively stronger. So I think Hero MotoCorp could basically break out of this entire base. So this is definitely one that I'll keep a watch out on. BASF is again a specialty chemical name trying to create a base. If you look at the left side of this stock, this is absolutely insane. Very, very good structure, base over base, volume dry up, typical things that I like to see. So BASF is again something on my watch list. Wheels India is again an interesting structure coming back all the way to the demand areas and now creating a base. And you can see heightened volume activity over here. So I think I would definitely keep Wheels India also on my radar. Jindal Saw, I think we had a discussion earlier as well. I think this is ready to explode. Could explode anytime. And Jindal Saw is again one more name that I'll keep my watch list. I'll keep it on my radar. K Fintech, not exactly something that I would, that's going to be like a plus setup on my radar. But K Fintech has been a previous outperformer. So if you look at the overall chart, this stock has been outperforming the markets. And now, right now, it's basically at the verge of a base break. So let's see how this plays out. I'm not very confident with this, but I think there could be some action. The next name is ACC, and we've seen cement names. I think Grasim broke out on Friday, and we've seen cement names kind of get some traction. So I think this is going to be interesting. And ACC and a bunch of Adani Group stocks. I think I will even talk about Adani Wilmar. So I think ACC is setting up really well. Keep this on your radar. Tata Power again. It tried to move out of the range yesterday based on our game plan. I think we had this on our watch list last Thursday as well, but it couldn't really close nicely. So again, not something A plus. I would still see what the market is going to do, especially power companies, and then we'll probably see it. Swaraj Engines again, pretty average structure, but I think it has potential to move. And we've seen auto OEMs and even the other automobile companies, not mainstream automobile companies, but we've seen Sona Comstar moving out of a range. We've seen good action in Jamna Auto recently. So auto OEMs have been decent. BPCL again pretty average. NH is again, Narayana Hrudayalaya is again a name that I would definitely not want to miss. It looks amazing. So keep this on your radar. Carousel again similar structure, basing around after tapping into the order block and around the demand areas. I think this is again very interesting. Lloyd's Engineering, again, it tried to move out of this range, did not fail. Probably another 1 or 2 days of action and then it starts moving. PVR Inox, very cheap valuations, trading at absolute discount. So I think if PVR starts moving out of this range, I think there could be some solid action. So keep this on your radar. Adani Wilmar, as I said, so it has come back into these areas of demand, induced, swept below all of these areas, and it is now into a very crucial area of demand. So I think if we see a green candle or a green closing tomorrow, maybe near the 326, 327 levels, I think a swing trade can be executed. Wonderla is again trying to break out of this entire base. Now, I don't usually like to see these big volumes and these big bars because I would preferably be in a buyer here. I think we had a discussion about this last Tuesday. But we did not get an entry in this. So I would probably see Wonderla from an intraday perspective rather than a swing trading perspective. Another name from the hospitality space is Juniper Hotel. So we caught this move in Juniper somewhere from here all the way till here. We were able to capture that move. And right now it's again kind of making a wider narrow base. Which I feel is again an interesting bit. We've seen what East India Hotels has done. We've seen what Indian Hotels has done. and a lot of hotel stocks have been getting traction. So it's going to be interesting to see how this works out. Now, Shipping Corporation of India, another circuit name. That means the stock kind of goes into upper circuits a lot of time. This is again basing out really nicely over here. Interesting formation. So would love to see how this moves. GR Infra, again, one of my favorites from the lot. I think this base is just ready to get exploded. And I think we will see GR Infra probably move towards the all-time highs. If you see this over here, right? So these highs have not been tested from a long period of time. And I think this is a good enough base for it to take higher. So I think from a positional trade perspective and from a swing trade perspective, I think this looks pretty interesting. GR Infra looks very interesting to me. Next up is Career Point. I think I've mentioned this name before as well. Now, what I'm looking at in Career Point is that I just really like the base that it has created after like a long consolidation phase. And, this volume dry up is again making me interested in this name. Now, what I basically feel is that this could come down a little lower and then maybe start spiking higher. So, timing this one is going to be crucial, but I think there's still going to be trading opportunity. The last 3 or 4 names have been in from the PSU banking space, and we've seen last Friday what banks did. I think they surprised everyone out of thin air. And PSB, UCO Bank, Bank of India. All the three names look pretty interesting, forming similar basing structures, and I think they are going to be ready to they are ready to explode. So I think PSU banks again are going to be on my radar. So I'll just show you Bank of India as well, and Bank of India also similar action, similar structure. So looks pretty interesting. I think this is just stuck up over here. I'll just reload the screen. So yep, so there I was. I'll just go to UCO Bank really quickly. So UCO Bank is again similar name, similar structure over here, and then Bank of India again showing similar traits. So I think this is Bank of India for you, and this is also like a similar basing structure. So again, PSU banks looks interesting. NBCC again solid formation, something similar to SCI, and these are the basing structures that I would really like to see explode on Monday. Which is the 1st of April, and I hope that I've added value through this episode of Stocks to Watch. If you like the content, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe to the video. I wish you all the very best for the upcoming trading week. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you in the next episode. Thank you, bye bye, and take care.